Nanza, Himonumurunyi Dam and others.
Kopsing, and maybe I could then start with that so that I finish. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, even Chairman, for helping me out on that one. Water is devolved. That is your statement. What the national government is doing is water resource development infrastructure and managing that infrastructure so that by the time the counties are given water, then they are able themselves to distribute. They still have a big role. I guess it is not possible for the national government to deliver on a delivery of water access to water to everybody without involving of the counties. But I'm sure you also agree the infrastructure, the management and development of that infrastructure is still a role of the national government. But it also does not stop the counties from coming up with their own irrigation and water projects. So I think I have answered that. If you look at the Constitution, it is not, there is nowhere it is stated that the national government will not work and develop the infrastructure. The dam you are talking about is 60%. Mheshimiwa, it's not just this particular dam that it is incomplete. There are very many dams. I've looked at the documents. It is possible that we have maybe more than 40 dams or thereabout that are incomplete. Some work is going on. Others are waiting for release of funds. You know where the country is at the moment. You know where this government found the economy. And without passing any blame or ducking the question in any event, is that I said we need 500 billion shillings to be able to be water secure. And that's why it is important that the country understands that private and public partnerships are not a way of commercializing or selling water. You know, of course, water is a fundamental human right, is a basic right secured under Article 43, and therefore, if we do not also provide, then it means the responsibility by the national government is not yet discharged. So I want to assure you that we will look at this dam, if I'm approved, not just this dam or incomplete projects. The President has pronounced himself very clearly that he would want to move from the projects that are ongoing first to be able to complete those, allow funding of those before we can start as a government on new projects. So Mheshimiwa Honorable Daiwu may be one of the people who will be waiting so that we can first complete the incomplete projects. But I believe every county needs to be able to get these services. Honorable Mishi, it is true, yes, we are a water scarce country because of climate change, because of course of poor management of our water resources, the catchment areas, the water towers, Parliament, the Ministry of Environment, Ministry of Water, all partners, stakeholders need to work together to restore the water towers, the catchment areas, and it is not possible to say that the minister will do that alone, including the fact that if there are people irrigating along rivers, you did not say which river, but maybe you can pass that over to me, yes. But I think the Ministry of Environment has a bigger role in this, but also the public has even a bigger responsibility not to destroy. We must work on conservation rather than destruction, and therefore those irrigating along the rivers, I think awareness creation also by members of Parliament is important. Adequate renewable waters. I suppose in terms of conservation, restoring waters, maybe water wastage, of course, desalination, all these are methods of coming up with the innovative ways of having more water. And I think I have seen policy documents and strategy documents. Indeed, there is a lot of reforms in this ministry. The documents are complete. What is remaining is implementation. On Abraso, I will take the chairman's advice that I may have addressed this question, because I said there are stopgap measures like delivering storage tanks, quick boreholes, small domestic ponds, or community ponds will be able to answer some of those questions. And they are under the rapid response programs. And there are those particular programs that are funded to respond to the situation as it is. I believe, Chairman, I was told about predecessor Sisri Karaoke. How will I work or partner with members of parliament? Will I be accessible? Yes, I will be accessible. I'm a member of parliament. I believe I may have a better understanding of the demands and the pressure on members of parliament. I may not have an answer for you even when you visit, but I may be able to hear you. Thank you.
We take the last batch. Ferdinand Emase Mule. And sorry.